Hey everybody, welcome. It's Friday on Going Optimal, and you know what that means. It's Chat Gauntlet Day. I am going to battle viewers in a third-party website draft on mtgadraft.herokuapp.com. We're going to export our draft results into Magic the Gathering Arena and then use the friend challenge system there to battle out our draft in pod. It's a way to play in pod on Arena, and it's also a way to really draft for free if you've got a decent collection or a decent chunk of wild cards. The way the friend challenge works, you're not drafting the cards and keeping them. You're just drafting virtual cards and loading the decks, right? So it's a really nice way to get extra value out of your arena. Sometimes, I often say, once you've won 4 times on the day and cleared out a quest slot, your rewards for playing drop off. But if you still feel like playing and you're not doing a second count or something, you can join our Discord and end up drafting on mtgadraft.herokuapp with other members of our Discord, and you can get in kind of a ton of extra drafting for basically no cost, and you get to be part of the amazing community that is growing around the Going Optimal Discord as well. You can be part of it. So please keep that in mind and come join us in the Discord. And please keep in mind that my sponsor, cardkingdom.com, is one of the top, if my opinion, the top, but among the leaders in the industry for providing physical Magic stuff for people who need it, people who want it. Need is a strong word. Do we need Magic? Yeah, I think we do. I need it. If you need it like me, and you need to finish up that physical project of yours where you want to, you've revamped your favorite commander deck a little bit and want to get some blingy parts now that you've decided, yeah, I really like that card. Let's foil it out. Card Kingdom is a great place to go for that. They have such a huge inventory that they often have the blingy stuff you're looking for too. Not every shop can provide on that axis as much as you'd like, but Card Kingdom is kind of a specialty. So keep that in mind for them, and always keep in mind that whenever you consider doing business with cardkingdom.com, if you get there via my affiliate link in the panels in the chat or in my YouTube notes, you're going to let them know you got there from here and help keep me on the air, because they'll associate your business with me, and the world keeps spinning and I keep drafting, right? Sounds great to me. I also want to mention my new sponsor, Spumoni Works. Oni Spumoni, who is responsible for the graphic design of my channel, also has a physical, no, not a physical store, a digital store that sells physical stuff, including these sweet MTG pins. I know you know somebody who wants these, if not you. Get the whole set. Give 15% off your price with the Go Shopping discount code. And then that, too, lets Oni know that you got there from here. And Oni is not going to give me cash for that. He's going to give me graphic design time, which I could really use. I want to get some new emotes going and some other little things around here, and you can help me put a dent in the design bill by using the Go Shopping code at Spumoni Works. So you get sweet pins and other cool stuff. It's not all Magic stuff there, so you can go check out a lot of different properties that you might love and want a pin for, and you can know that you're helping both a really great guy with his independent business and you're helping a really medium guy with his stream. So thanks, Oni. Let's pull that off there. And so now we're going to get going, I believe. I'm going to hop over to the left monitor, show you what's up over here. This is how I have it set up. Be down in the corner here, and here we are on MTGA Draft. I encourage you to check it out. Got my crew ready, and Hat's going to give us a ready check here, and then we're going to be drafting Kaladesh Remastered. And for those of you who may be new around here or a new YouTube viewer, there are stakes involved. The way we're going to do it is play a best of 1 round robin. So I'm going to play everybody I'm drafting against once, and that'll produce a 7-game gauntlet. And first and foremost, who gets 4 wins? Is chat or me going to make it to the 4-win threshold first. If chat gets to 4 wins, then the question is, can they get to 5, 6, or 7? Because at 5, there's a trip to the shop, store in game. At 6, there's a bigger trip to the store, and at 7, we start planning for my next haircut, which I'm hoping does not happen. I mean, I do want to have a haircut. I just want to be in charge of it. And if I fail here, I can end up putting chat in charge of my haircut. But let's take a look at the cards here. What's the rare? Scrap Trawler. 3 mana for a 3/2. Whenever it or another artifact you control is put in the graveyard from the battlefield, return to your hand target artifact card in your graveyard with lesser converted mana cost. This can be an interesting build around. It is colorless, although it's not like you're staying open with this pick. Like, if you're going to do this thing, you need to be heavily into the artifact situation. It does keep you open in that you can be heavy artifact in almost anything, but I'm more inclined to take a Welding Sparks or a Nature's Way and open on removal. Augmenter and Aerial Responder are excellent creatures, but they're heavy white commitments, and I think I would rather just start with easygoing removal. And I think Sparks is the best. Nature's Way has that contextual possibility of being better. It's cheaper, but it's that setup cost, right? Nature's Way says you need to have a creature and you need it to survive. It's dangerous to do this into open mana, and they might 2 for 1. Yeah, it's a sorcery. So Welding Sparks just has a ton going for it, and we're going to take that. Also noting that there's not really other great red here, so it's a good foothold into knowing that we're playing in pod. Color awareness is a bigger deal here, so I want to be aware that I'm sending 2 good white cards and a good green card, and then this trawler strategy downstream. But after that, it falls off pretty hard in this pack. Gifted Aetherborn jumps out at me. Red-black, Steal and Sack, and just generally aggro sacrifice is a thing, so we could take Gifted Aetherborn, which I really like. Creeping Mold seems like it would be fine in the format because there's so many artifacts going around, and frankly so many enchantments, but there's just better options at common. You just really don't want a Creeping Mold. You'd rather have the 3 mana instant version that doesn't hit lands. I'm not going to do Reservoir. Glint Sleeve Artisan and Aetherborn are, I think, the 2 best cards in this pack. Die Young is okay, but I would actually take the Gifted Aetherborn over the Die Young. So then we're looking at, do we care about what pairs with Welding Sparks? I think I would rather play black. I mean, I've done well with red-white in the format, but I think I would rather take the Aetherborn and see where it goes from here. The double black is pretty oppressive on this, so you need to be decently black, although you can also remember that Aetherborn played on turn 6 is still a thing to be reckoned with, right? It's a Vampire Nighthawk on the ground. The Death Touch Lifelink, you're not going to mess with flyers, but it really controls the ground nicely. Monslot here is pretty excellent as far as removal goes. We could take that. I like the Outrider as well. +1/+1 counter on each creature you control is also nice, but it's gold and we're nowhere near it yet. It's gold and off of our color. Jinx calls out Reprisal as also good. This is super swingy. Like, when you pick off 2 things from them, it feels like I mean, it's a 2 for 1 for 4 mana. You're just like fist pumping. But there have been times where I'm like, not only can I not kill 2 things, there is nothing on this board that is 2 or less toughness, so it can blank in a way that Onslaught doesn't, but it is matching in our colors, and the upside potential of 2 for 1 does make it a very tempting pick. And again, it's the only red card here, and it's good. If we continue cutting red, that should provide rewards in the long run. Renegade Map I like, but I don't like him early. We're not, Renegade Map is not really a consideration here for me. Onslaught, if we had moved green a little bit, I'd totally be on Onslaught, but I think given that Reprisal is excellent, there's 2 good green cards in the pack, and we have none so far. Let's stick to the red. Maybe we wheel the Salvager and we get the red-black Steal and Sack going. I hear you, Hammer, but I feel like I am drafting the hard way, which is to say, really considering it all and then deciding on that this is, in balance, the right pick. Not that I'm ignoring cards that aren't my color. Reckless Fireweaver is pretty instrumental to this deck. It spits out a lot of artifacts, and it's where the you like the Renegade map there. I think that's probably. Well, Glint Sleeve is maybe enough better, but Fireweaver is sneakily just a linchpin card in the deck. And it's so I think in the abstract, the Artisan is a little better. But again, we're looking at what we have already does matter, and what signals we're sending does matter. So I'm going to take that. Camera wanted the map there. I'm going to be map greedy. Let's see what the table thinks of them. If none of those maps come back, maybe I need to prioritize them higher, but I'm still not too worried about them yet. Revolution jumps out at me here as just great. Hijack on the wheel would set us up for Steal and Sack. We should hopefully be the only, if we do Steal and Sack, we should be the only drafter at the table interested in a hijack. We'll see if it wheels. Here's Malfunction. We've been talking about a lot about the aura removal in this set when we've been playing the set, and where it falls and how playable it is. I think it's playable, but you got to understand what risks you're taking. Revolution pretty easy here, though. I like this one good red card per pack thing. It may mean that somebody else upstream is taking the other better red card out of each pack, but the fact that we're taking a very nice red card and then passing none really makes me feel great about pack 2. And I should stop talking about steel. Like, we haven't seen any great black, and really we're just red. Like, if we end up, if black starts to flow, great, we have an Aetherborn for it, but it hasn't really been, and actually getting into the white could work here too if we pick up some more of those 3/3s that can be a 2/2 with the token instead. This is an interesting one. We could take a Pillar Bug for just to match the black. What's the best card in the abstract? I mean, there's Whirler Maker. I've not liked this one. I remember debating this with Haj. I think Haj likes this, but it can take over. Like, yeah, if you go long, this gives you some real staying power if you go long, but the format is fast enough that I'm worried about its ability to go long. Robot Bartender, is that the Pillar Bug? I don't know what we're talking about with Robot Bartender, but Puzzle Knot, it's red. It's super clunk. Oh, yeah, great, got it. Sorry, I see it now. Bad Robot Bartender. Looks like he's pouring it on his head. Yeah, maybe I'll take this. I'm not convinced, but I'll take the Whirler Maker and we'll see. But I am not convinced. Cogworkers Puzzle Knot could put us towards the, I think with Cogworkers Puzzle Knot and the Pioneer here, kind of makes me want to start hedging towards the white side here. This is decent white to be left here. Construct does work with whatever we do and keeps us open. Puzzle Knot is toe towards white. Yeah, I know. So I like Eager Construct but Pioneer is an artifact too, Jinx, for the purposes of welding sparks and Fireweaver, throwing a Fabricate down. Like, Pioneer is artifact. And it's good, right? Now, I think if we're taking a white card, I like the Pioneer. But we may supposed to just take the construct to continue to be open, but at the same time, I also want to stake a claim on some colors. I'm going to take the Pioneer and hedge. Here's a construct we can take. Pima Aetherseer doesn't do anything until it does everything. You know what I mean? Like, this card is like, whatever. That card's junk. And like it often is. And until it works. And then you're just like, oh my God, that thing is wrecking me, right? But we're not really near the green. Wingsmith, not where we want to be. Construct it is. So we got some black options. We got some white options. I think we had the Screecher here. Screecher, if we end up in the black deck, is fine. Night Market Aeronaut, too often a 2/2 for 4, which is not good enough. If I'm going to get 2 power in the air, give it to me for 3. And then, heck, this can even be a 3 power in the air more reliably than that 4-drop. Not the one we're looking for here. Fenhauler, though, can actually do a thing here. If we spit out enough small tokens, artifact tokens, Fenhauler can be a 5-drop or whatever, and that's fine. They're both pretty fragile. Jinx, I'm going for Curve. Take Reservoir, but I like my hair. Maybe I'm not giving it enough credit. It's not really a card I see, but it's possible that that was actually correct. I don't know. Call me a coward, I guess. Looks like nobody is white-green, because it is totally playable in white-green, but this is a great wheel for us. We did not wheel the Steel and Sack dude I was hoping to see, but Implement of Malice is a fine pickup here. You want Rush? No, you're the one telling me we need artifacts. You can play Puzzle Knot in a non-white deck, but it is not where you want to be, if you ask me. Yeah, we can take a Vitality over a Prowler. Prowler, there's a lot of targets for the Prowler, but it's pretty narrow. I think it's funny to me that you see this is barely a card. I mean, I don't know. It's a 2-for-1 and it does the artifact thing. So we got a Hijack. Right now we're not playing it, but we could end up in a place where you want to play that. Hey, guess what color we're going to be today, gang? Guess what color? Guess whose hair should be safe? We're in that spot again. If I 07 with a Noxious Gearhulk in my deck, I might just have to stop streaming. So if you want to come at me for my hair today and you succeed, fine. But I may quit streaming. Just keep that in mind. Daring Demolition, obviously great. Maybe we can wheel a Brawler or a Weaver. Yeah, this is for town's not big enough for both of us territory. Yeah, it can happen. I know. Hopefully you took the hit for me there, Haj. Haj had the bad luck 03 Gearhulk deck. So we've got that out of the way. Thanks, Haj. Yeah, we can cut Pioneer. We are off white. See what I did there? I'm going to keep it in for now, Jinx, as a reminder that it's something that we can think about, that it is a benefit of getting more, but it's probably not going to matter. Oh, neat. This is actually totally playable for us, too. Welding Sparks, though. Welding sparks, or the thing they can't get rid of. For the 3-2 they can never get rid of. Maybe I'm overrating the Scrounger and should just take more straight up removal. Jinx still wants the puzzle. If we're taking the puzzle knot, Jinx is going to be on the wheel. Yeah, it is a unique effect. I'll take it. I don't know if that's correct, but it's fun to play with rares, and it really is oppressive to land on 2. And we're clearly in the double removal colors, so we should be able to get, not only do we have removal already in Revolution, Reprisal, and Sparks, but we should expect to get more. Virtuoso, such a great card, but we're not on that train and don't really have the fixing to join it, or the energy to join it, really. We're just going to have to be aware that that's in the world and possibly messing with us. We could take a Sky Skiff here. I like a Fireweaver, but I think we might be... I don't know if anybody else is interested in them. It's possible we wheel this, and Skiff seems... I've come up on Skiff, as chat said I should, and I think the reason it's better in this revamped version is just because of the sheer density of Thopters and servos that are flying around. It's very easy to crew this thing. So I think I am going to take the Skiff, and we're going to try and wheel a Fireweaver. I don't know who all is going to be interested in this. Let's find out. But I think a lot of people could be interested in the Skiff. Another hijack we might get on the other side of things. Foundry Screecher and a hijack that I don't want either of these right now. Workshop Assistant is interesting, but just a Marauder probably fine. I don't know what we're doing in terms of... I don't know if we're going to have a lot of +1/+1 counters to move, honestly, but it doesn't need that much. I mean, I was complaining about the common 2/2 flyer for 4 that can sometimes be a 3/3 and wasn't liking that, but at least this one has lifelink, so if I'm forced to play out a 2/2 flyer for 4, at least this one has lifelink. So, and yes, but so like what else? We may get +1/+1 counters for here. It's only pack 2, pick 4. So, Subtle Strike could show up, that kind of thing. Yeah, and Screechers are going to be on the wheel. I'm just going to take it. That's true. I can take Bestiary. You don't need to have the green necessarily for it, but I kind of think you really do. Here's another Reservoir that I'm not going to take. Implement. Some implements to look at. Could take a Destructive Tampering. We're best of 1 if we need this job done of faltering to win. But yeah, it looks like, I mean, I am sad for the green train. Like we very early on declined to go green, and if somebody had gone that way, it looks like it did end up pretty open. I'm not going to be hindsighty about it, but certainly. There's at least a good green deck getting built up. Yeah, unless we want to take hijack now, which we don't. We don't even have sack right now, so that's about all we got. Malthus squad. I don't know how to win with Reservoir. I'm just not going to play it. I don't know what to do with that. Here we get a Weldfast Engineer. Salivating Gremlins, obviously good with what we're trying to do here, but Weldfast Engineer being a signpost uncommon, we're gonna grab that. Yeah, I don't know. Let's ask chat. All right, we got an Infiltrator or just Servo Schematic. We don't have Artifact Sacrificing yet, but if we do, we're going to want this. So I'm going to take Schematic and see if we can get the sacrifice effects to make it playable. Lookout has been called... Oh, Lookout's not in this pack. We're a pack behind. Yeah, maybe Infiltrator is fine. This can be really nice if you get the tools, but we don't have the sack stuff yet, so okay, I'll be a grown-up and take the medium Infiltrator. It's not very exciting, but it's playable. Brawler comes back. Very nice. I think we'll take Brawler over the Implement and see if we can't find a tool to get this out on 3. Jinx likes the Hornet. That's true too. Although, again, we don't have anything that triggers the -1/-1 effect yet. So I'm worried about that. It is a pretty unique effect, though, and there are a lot of 1 toughness around, so -1ing your opponent's team is pretty strong, but we're not doing the +1 yet. Oh, that's true. Fabricate creatures automatically do. What do we have on Fabricate? We have the Malphus squad, but we don't really have much Fabricate either, right? We do have the 1, though. That's fair. Yeah, I'm going to take Brawler. I get it. But I'm taking the thing that I think is good for us right now. We'll take another one, too, and that'll help us push towards... This is where now I want those maps. Like, Jinx, you say you've never played a map. I don't know if you've also never played Sweatworks Brawler, but that's where the improvised deck is where I like the map. I really don't play the map outside of it unless I'm splashing a 3rd color. But if I really am improvising, I think the map is a good playable. Like, you're happy to get them. Another Brawler or a not? Being in pack 2, I want the 3rd Brawler, and then I really want to find some 1-mana artifacts. This makes us want also the equipment that the 1-mana equipment that auto equips to artificers. Yeah, decent spot for Live Fast too. But I actually love getting the triple Brawler here and really making it a cornerstone here. We could take Hope in that it's an artifact for the Brawlers on 1. I've never thought of Hope as playable, but it might be here. I think I'm going to take Hope. In this deck, I agree with you. If it weren't for the Sweatworks Brawlers, I think I would just take another Screecher, but I think we'll actually run the Hope for the Brawlers. Yep, Engineer boosting the Hope is a 3/1 flyer. Very good call there, too. Hammer and Scott seeing that. I'm sure more than Hammer and Scott, but those two at least mentioned it. Well, hey, we got our reservoir. I should have hated the artifact removal. That was a mistake. The green deck getting whatever it wants. Scrapper Champ is okay. What else we got? Ugh, like nothing else. What a gross pack for us. At least we got a Champ, but you tend to want to look forward to wheeling something in your pack 1s, but we don't even have the ability to like wheel anything here. Yeah, Scrapper is good. It's great if you're heavy energy, but in our deck, it's merely good. I'm going to put these Brawlers in the 3 out of significant hope. Yeah, with no other energy, I think the Champ is merely good. With energy, then I'm with you that it's great. I mean, you know, it's a 4-mana 3/3 double striker. That's solid. Oh yeah, I'll get that out of there. That's not real. Probably not playing Rush at this point. I feel like our deck is getting good enough, and I'm going to remove the hijacks for now. But we have a whole pack to find some sack outlets. But, you know, 22 playables heading into pack 3 is a great feeling. I don't love all these playables, but, you know, we're 1 card away from having a grudgingly playable deck. Hey, this is not grudgingly playable in our deck. It's a premium removal spell. And nothing else for us to take. Hopefully we wheel a Infiltrator. Or maybe we get there on wanting another Fen Hauler. Probably not, though. I don't love either of them, Jinx. I don't know if you're talking about me or like. The thing I like about Implement of Malice is that it requires no setup for me to get a 2-for-1. I play this, I sacrifice it. I draw one, you discard one, full stop. Pretty straightforward. Red Knot asks you to do a little more backflips, a little more contorting to get real value out of it. Sometimes you need to wait till 5 so you can pay 5 mana to deal 2. Winding Constrictor, super scary, but now I think, okay, we didn't wheel the Fireweaver before, and we didn't wheel any of the Renegade maps, though, and I really want another Fireweaver, but with the Trips Brawler, we do want the map. There's another Scrap Trawler. Poisoner also would be a nice thing to pick up. Let's see how we got 65 seconds. I'm going to pull this one. I'm curious what people think in terms of Weaver versus map. I should have put other in there in case somebody wanted to do an other, but you can put other and I'll see. Here's our deck. Really want Fire Weavers, really want maps. Like these are exactly what this deck wants right now. So a narrow Weaver win for chat. Who knows who's actually on my side out there? All right, we'll take Fire Weaver, but boy, I want a map. We really do want a map here. Another Engineer is great, though. Grab that right quick. Our 3s are getting quite bloated. Probably not playing Whirler Maker at this point. Hammer was on map. I mean, you know, the vote was close. I kind of took the easy way out and let chat decide. And then I get to say, oh, it's chat's fault. You'll see. The Brawlers are going to be 3s. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that could lead to a turn 3 Brawler already. We don't want it to be the Construct or the Scrounger because that means they can't attack that turn, but I'd still take a turn off attacking to drop a Brawler a turn early. Goggles is what we really want to see. Absolutely. I would love some Goggles maze. No, they're not in the 4-drop column. They're I'm putting them in the 3s. I mean, I think it's correct to be high on Goggles. Is Media passing to me? Is that, yeah. Malice again, for lack of anything else. Take Sailback. Nah. Malice helps us with Brawlers. It is something to do on 2. Have not seen a single Goggles as far as I know. I want Goggles more than Hope and more than Map. I would take, if Map and Goggles were in the same pack, I would slam the Goggles. Lovely Cloud Blazer. Defiant Salvager gives us that that sack outlet. I think we'll take it. It's not enough for me to want to run the hijacks, but we still want Salvager. Another Fire Weaver. This Fire Weaver showing up kind of makes me wish we had the map now. Another Fen Hauler. I'm not going to take that. Frontline Rebel, not playable compared to... I mean, maybe it is playable in Hyper Aggro, but we're going to take Fire Weaver and be quite happy. Triple Weaver. We really just need to focus on more artifacts now. We're a little artifact light for this deck. Fretwork Colony, good enough. I think we'll take it and play it. It's a little clunky, but it is what we want to do. And I say I want artifacts, but not a 5-mana self-assembler. Yeah, we could play the Whirler Maker. Maybe we need to do that. Live Fast, interesting. I'm just going to go full bore on aggro, though. I'm going to take the Colony. Yeah. This card isn't great, but neither is the one I took it over. I'd play a Live Fast, though, but I think this is a decent Colony deck. All right, we've got a Lookout that does do some stuff with the Skiff and can be part of this aggro thing going, but it really needs the Skiff to do anything. I don't like it unless you've got Skiff. And it's kind of like playing a medium, very, very, very medium card because it gets good with one of our other decent cards. Like I don't love that. But we're not taking the Pendulum, and I don't think we're on the Hijack plan, so I'm taking the Market and we'll see. Tampering could make the cut here. Probably not, though. Probably not playing the Fen Hauler. Don't think this is a Mind Rot deck. Maybe I'm supposed to... If we're not playing the Mind Rot, I should probably take something like a Seed Sculptor. Just cut it from the green deck. Yeah, I could have hate drafted the Brawler there too, Fenor. That's not a bad idea. But kind of feels like nobody's in red-green, that there's like maybe 1 or 2 green drafters, but they're not in red-green. Yeah, Lookout. Okay, Strangler is at least, or maybe Reunion. Like our 3s are really stacked, and Reunion gives us some card draw that we don't have yet, which is nice for a lowish down deck. I say lowish because we have a 6-drop. But I'm going to take Cathartic. Yeah, maybe so, Fenner. We'll see. Well, obviously, best card in the deck is the Gear Hulk we picked up in Pack 2. 29 cards in the main right now. Oh, look, Puzzle Knot that we can consider. Boy, I'm not loving a Puzzle Knot with no ability to sack it, but it does create 2 artifacts. There's no denying that. Yeah, that's true. We do have Salvager that it doesn't make the other card, but wait, let's see. Yeah, the trouble is sacking this, while it does something, but it doesn't actually make another servo. It just makes a it just puts a counter on the Salvager. Let's see. Maybe we do cut the Fretwork as just not fitting with what we're trying to do, as well as the other stuff. We can cut one implement, and go with the Puzzle Knot instead. Yeah, I gotta find, and let's see, what's our creature count? What's our creature count? Wait. Here we go. 15. All right, this is 15. This is 15. Yeah, a map instead of one of our basics would be chef's kiss for this deck. Just would be fantastic for these brawlers. Ugh, so sad that we don't have more help for the brawlers. Do we cut a Screecher? And maybe even the Marauder? That's cutting out our creatures a bit. We do have Puzzle Knot that technically makes them. I'm going to keep the Reprisal. Its upside as a 2-for-1 is just too high. So now I want to find artifact. Not well, because we're stacked at 3. Screechers are very vulnerable. There's a lot of ways to punish 1 toughness in this set, and there's a lot of 1 toughness. So you really got to make your calls when you're running 1 toughness in the deck. Hope is not great overall, but it's good in this deck. It's good in this deck because Hope says we get turn 3 brawlers, and we have 2 Weldfast engineers that turn this into a 1-mana 3/1 flyer. So it's good enough. We really are War Furnace. It's not great, but we really are. We really are. Between creating 2 artifacts and those Sweatworks brawlers, I am going to run it. Scrapper and Salvager is a pretty good combo, although the Scrap Heap Scrounger is not indefinite, right? Like you run out of creatures in the yard. Or are you talking about, wait, maybe I'm not getting the combo you're talking about. Yeah, we should probably bring in Whirler Maker, right? I don't want to be adding, but this is actually a deck where I'll play this. I don't love it, but mostly we're aggro, and this gives us a little bit of a long game, especially again with these Weldfast engineers. You sack the Scrap Heap, bring it back, and sack and bring it with the Weavers pinging away. Right, but I'm just saying every time you do, it says exile another creature card from your graveyard, return Scrap Heap Scrounger from your graveyard to the battlefield. I'm just saying it's not an eternal loop that you just get to do forever. It's something that lasts as long as you have a creature to sack. But yeah, I think we have to get rid of Reunion. And now where are we at? We're at 25 plus 15. Okay, so we're close. We're close. Again, though, I'm not, now we're down to 13 creatures plus the, maybe I can, okay, this shrinks. There we go. We can do that at least. That's better. I think 13 is still enough with the Whirler Maker and the Puzzle Knot. But yeah, something's got to give here, huh? And non-creature stuff, we're looking at... I'm just moving every non-creature over here to check out. Trouble is, like, artifacts are so hard for us to cut right now. Like, I want to look at non-creature, non-artifacts, and that it really comes down to our removal. Fenrir, you think we're at that many? I know we're at more than I'm saying, but I don't think we're at that many. Well, what's the worst creature? If we were to cut a creature, what would you want to cut from this? Maulfist Squad? Scrapper Champ as being kind of medium here, It's fine, but whatever. We're making no other energy at all. Yeah, Essence Extraction is tough on the mana. It's true. Yeah, Infiltrator was one I almost cut anyway. Let's cut that. I like that. And then keep our removal. And we could be greedy here and go 24-16, or we find one more cut. Maybe it's cut both. But we're pretty low down. Yeah, I do kind of like be a little greedy on the mana, and maybe we're in a spot where we can't cast our Gearhulk or the Whirler Maker is not doing much, but this is also tight and aggro otherwise. Yeah, it's also best of one. That's a good point, Fenor. So let's export this to Arena at least. Hop over there. Interesting draft, interesting build. Thank you for your thoughts and help, chat. I liked that draft. That was fun. Pull that down. Interesting to me that you like Prism but not Map. We're going to go Dex. Import. Yeah, but Prism is a card in your deck. Prism takes up a spell slot. Map takes up a land slot. So in a sense, Map is free. Like it's like an ETB tapped land that does artifact synergy. Oh wait, I'm not gonna craft mythics I don't need. Get out of here, Planar Bridge. Get out of here, Reservoir. I mean, that's not a mythic, but you know what I mean. Any blingers? Because I might not need them. What do you mean, Jim? Like, I'm never playing either of those two cards, and if I don't need them for Constructed, and I never draft them in a Heroku app draft again, then I would never need it. I don't use wild cards so frivolously. I have 67 rares and 46 mythics, and a couple, hundreds of the commons and uncommons. The fact that we're rich is not the point. We're rich because of how we manage our resources. Well, I do make a lot of decks. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I have a lot of. I decided to craft Kai's historic deck last night, for example. Anyway, let's see. I'm going to cut the Bob lands, and if nobody is going to redeem lands, I'll figure that out. Hulk on the box. We got Brawler and Fireweaver at 3 each. Firebrawl. I like that. How about Firebrawl? Cannot redeem sleeve. Is that... Oh, sorry. I thought I had paused those redemptions for some reason and then managed to turn one back on, but not the others. Okay, sorry about that. Now, if you want to redeem for lands or sleeves, they're ready. I'm going to give it give it a couple of seconds here. See if anybody wants to take the lands. Elspeth sleeves. Elspeth, where's Elspeth? Are we talking about Nightmare, this one? And all right, I'll pick lands then. How about... Oh wait, do I have... Oh, I do. Wait, this has never happened before. I forget which of these I have, but I've never actually had the right pair of these lands in the deck before. Nice. Let's do that. $9-7, right? Or do we want 8-8? We have a lot of Fireweavers that we want. I'm going 8-8. We have Etherborn and Essence Extraction. We should just be 8-8. I like this. Let's call it a deck. And start the action. Media. Sorry, I had my window into my monitor covered, so I didn't see that I was covering the whole deck build there. That wasn't very great, but I'll get out of the way now for the action. We did most of our deck building in the left monitor where you all could see. All right, good luck, everybody. It's Gauntlet time. It's Gauntlet time. Easy keep, but wish I were on the play. Yeah, who took all our goggles? So many artificers and they can't even see. 1/4 is super annoying against our deck too, I gotta say. There's one of our Fire Weavers. Oh, cool, though. We get Scrounger buffed up by the Engineer. That's going to get us through a turtle. I never did keep that up. Sorry, Brian. Although I believe Mama was trying. Ask Mama if she's tracked all that. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I'm going to keep that. I want land, but Essence Extraction is castable and potentially good. I'm going to keep it. And if we go Engineer here, we basically are saying trade your Construct for our Scrounger. Might trade the Construct for the Scrounger anyway. So maybe... we could even, this is an instant, we could hold that up. Just trying to figure out whether we want to, but yeah, let's go ahead and swing. Because I think they're blocking no matter what, so there's no, they're not. I guess if we played the Engineer, that would have kind of forced the issue. And Jinx is calling for the Essence on Fireweaver, but I'm not as concerned with that now as I am. Like, I think I'd rather build the board than worry about the Fireweaver on this turn. Yeah, I'm with East. I think we salvage her and hide the fact that our Engineer is waiting in the wings. Yeah, it's not, I'm not going to let this go forever, but also keep in mind that as it pings us, you know, as it starts to machine gun us with a little bit of pinging, we do have the Essence Extraction to come back on that a little bit. With the Salvagers not actually doing much in our deck and not actually doing much here, I'm going to offer it for the Construct. It puts something in the yard to get the Scrounger back, and it's not really doing much here, so I like this block. It might appear more valuable to us than it seems. Okay, well that's kind of stinky, but what we can do here is use Reprisal to kill our own Scrounger. I'm going to go Engineer, though. Not finding our land, but I'm going to go with Aetherborn here. Media is also not hitting us with a bunch of artifact pings or anything. And it threatens to kill the Fireweaver and the Turtle without losing either of them. And with Essence Extraction, well, I kind of like Revolution, killing the Turtle, tapping a land, and sending the Aetherborn. Yeah, we could swing and see if they want to block, I suppose. I don't think they will, but we can offer, sure. Could also continue just trying to be aggro. I'm concerned about the open mana here. Open mana and 3 cards. And what is Jedi up to? Because I'm basically figuring that whatever we do might be canceled. To the point that maybe we do just take the time now to Essence Extraction on Media's upkeep. And then if they have something like a counter, if we can make Media spend no mana this turn and we still get our Essence Extraction, that's amazing. So I am going to do that. I do not like this open mana. All right, so that's what it was about. But you know, and now as long as shields are down, we'll go ahead and take out the Fireweaver now. Yeah, Turtle's going to get bigger, which is too bad, but Etherborn says that's okay. Yeah, that's true. Let them scry before they know their thing's going to die. Uh-oh. Could be trouble. Here's what I was talking about with the reprisal. Its ceiling is so high. I feel like I got to play it, but sometimes you're just like, what am I doing with this? In this case, we are going to Revolution the Virtuoso. They're going to make 1 token out of it, and then we get to reprisal the token and the Scrounger to get the Scrounger going again. Ideally, they play a better target for the reprisal. That's fair, Jim. Pyrohelix is pretty good. All right, definitely. Well, yeah, let's start the whirling. Although it doesn't do anything this turn. We could actually. I'm going to go reprisal. Kill our Scrounger and bring back the Scrapper. Although, you know, it didn't do much. Maybe I was just doing that because I could. Like, well, and Media has malfunctioned it back, but, you know, oh, here we go. Now we got a 2-spell turn that's worthwhile. This is a plan, though. Engineer plus Whirlermaker is an absolute plan to win this game. No, it's 4. That's why I held off on playing it, because we couldn't do both. But here we can do Construct plus Whirlermaker, so let's do that. Yeah, I don't like the 3 cards in hand either, but all we can do is play our cards and see what we can do. Good scry for us. I missed that. Did it go top or bottom? Yeah, I'm going to go start making Thopters over Scrapper Champ. Well, here I'm going to throw the Gifted Etherborn in the way. It's not really doing anything anyway. Yikes. Race is on. Fireweaver helps, though. And if Media starts sending the Serpent, we have better crackbacks than we have with it as a defender. I'm willing to throw this Construct in the way as a chump. Although we can even potentially just throw Whirler Makers in the way as a chump, depending on how Jedi attacks. Yeah, Turtle I think has to stay back, right? Huh? Media's got a plan. This 6 at 5 power attack or 6 life is no small thing for us either. Now, what's going on here? I don't know. I don't know what there's. We'll see. Yeah, select for inspection. They're up to something. Maybe we put this on the construct, so if they're bouncing that, it let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This would be 9. I'm going to leave Fireweaver back because this is technically lethal right here, and then this stays back to be able to chump if need be. Right? So yeah, let's do that. Could have sent Fireweaver 2, I guess, and kept back the Thopter to chump. Maybe that would have been the better play, because obviously we like the Fireweaver. Brawler's action, I'm going to take it over random, but I don't know. Maybe I didn't really think that through. Maybe Brawler doesn't do enough and we're supposed to take whatever. I didn't really think about that hard enough. I should have stopped and thought that through a little more. I just kind of went with the heuristic of its action I keep. But that was hasty. Yeah, like I definitely should have done it because we know we're dead to the Serpent. So the only thing that matters is removal, right? The only thing that matters is removal, or nothing matters and we win. But artifacts and burn are the only thing that matter, right? Yeah, I think we need to chump both. We're going to take as little damage as possible and try to get there on Fireweaver Whirler Maker nonsense. All right.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Oh, Medi is such a tough out. Glad to start with a win there. All right. Whirler Maker doing stuff. Hey, gang, I need a quick bio break, and then I'll be back to continue the action. Sit tight for a next round. Hey, gang, I'm back. Game again, Media. That was fun. Who is next? Lunatics. Let me look up. I don't think my opinion on Whirler Virtuoso has changed, Taj. I said it has to have a real role. I don't just like throwing it in a deck and pretending it's good, but it totally belongs in this deck for sure. Media's tilted. Sorry. Really? Ugh, sorry, Media. I'd say report for a reimbursement, but this isn't a paid event. With the Eager Construct and a curve out into the Champ, if we find red, I'm going to keep, because the Construct gives us another Scry, which is an extra chance to find that red. A little risky, but I'm going to do it. Yeah, I mean, like, you played that, and I was like, oh, man, I don't want to see that Virtu... Like, I was bummed when you played the Virtuoso. We killed it, but maybe you were going to save that and have that be your long game plan. Come on, Mountain. Yeah. If I go 1-6 today, Media, I will, we can get a trim. We can work out a trim. All right, Welder here is great. It makes the Construct a powerful attacker that can't even be traded with on this turn. Next turn, we can Engineer again and make this thing sicko if Lunatics doesn't come up with a Defender. Yipe! Well, it certainly is a Defender, and it only takes the one to crew. But we can actually make our Construct big enough to wrangle with that, and then the Champ is a double striker that would kill it. So this being like the #1 bomb in the set by a lot of people's metrics, or it was in the original format, I should say, and beating it is going to be tough no matter what, but at least we have a reasonable start here. No, Jace Puppet is not a prize at 6-1. That's a myth. Still got a long road to hoe here with this harvester. This could be good or bad for us depending on what comes down here post-combat. Nothing, and a quick pass. I'm a little sus, but we could also take a... I'm going to attack, and if we come to the other side and... is it... Yeah, we can go inquiries and... Oh, I forgot this went to face. I think last game I went to a creature. We could have just gone to face, but I think we still wanted the creature dead anyway. I kind of forgot this went to face. But we're going to start with a full attack, see what Lunatics is up to. And then decide post-combat. There we go. I think it's an advantage for us if Lunatics is going to be attacking with the Harvester to gain the life. I could reprisal the inquiries right now so that Lunatics could not crew it. But if Lunatics comes up with something else, like a creature, then suddenly the Harvester is crewable on defense, which I don't want. I'm going to make Lunatics play that correctly here. And I'm going to drop Scrapper Champ. No, I think I need to drop the Construct again because of the Engineer ability. But that's my thinking here. We could have reprisaled. It also gives Lunatics a chance to play another 2 toughness creature so we can 2-for-1 with our reprisal as we're trying to. Brawler is going to be good enough here. Its action. Yeah, the mana inefficiency is painful, but we're talking about a 6-power creature versus a, well, I guess it's in a sense a 6-power creature. So you could have made that argument, but I'm trying to use my weld fast. But maybe it was fancy play. Like Scrapper Champ does swing for the same damage in the end. Well, no, like we're attacking with engineers that couldn't attack if the Harvester were back on defense. That's a pretty sweet play. If I could do a nice play for Oppo command, I would. That was nice. Well done. Yeah, math. The math checks out. But here we are. So I'm going to go Champ to try to threaten 6 next turn. We're racing 5 life a turn now, so that's starting to get a bit outrageous, but we may be showing the tools to do it, especially if we can, like, clear the way, reprisal to face, reprisal to a blocker. We could still get there here. Just so much life from this Harvester. Nope, I didn't give that list. Oh yeah, CBL is, I restarted recently, so Cardboard Live isn't running. Let me get that going for you. Thanks for the reminder. How about our Mythic Bomb? Mythic Bomb would be all right here. Right now, though, we're looking at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, we have a lot of damage on the crackback. That hurt, no doubt. But okay, see, okay. Can we go 6 mana. We go 3. We just hit for 7 again, but we kill the engineer and reduce the damage we're taking from this thing. And sure, pin down a land. Tight! It's tight! Reprisal looking decent. They're at a virtual 1 with the reprisal. Well, virtual 4 with the reprisal. Aha! So now we're going to send the Construct alone. Lunatics is going to activate the Harvester and block, and we're going to go Reprisal on Harvester and face. Yeah, we should send both, right? I don't care which one they block. Good point. If I go for the Reprisal, they simply crew in response, and I would rather get the Harvester. Well, they would gain life. They don't have to block the Construct, right? I think they will, but it doesn't matter either. I'll take either one. Or you're saying, with the Reprisal they have to or we win. Yes, they just didn't know that, is what I'm saying. Did we beat a Harvester that gained a bazillion life? I rebuke your rebuke. Do you have another one? Could have another one. All right, we got there again.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Tight one again. All right, chat. Oops. Sorry, everybody. I just habitually click buttons. Shut up. You try streaming. Here, I'll put we'll call that a loss. I'm now 2-1. All right, who's actually next? Masapo. A little slow, but we can draw into some early action. We have all our mana. It's a little slow, but I'm going to keep. We do have a 3. We have Salvager on 3 at least. Not the top deck we wanted to see, but we have another chance to find a 2. Come on, deck. 2 us up. All right. Thanks, deck. And a nice scry. Get out of here with that mountain. Massipo on the live fast. Pre-combat means we were going to snap block, but looks like Massipo is interested in staying back on D anyway. And the artifact, the construct that can't really get through for damage anyway, says we should brawl here. I'll take that. Premium removal on our effectively 3-drop. So we have the sparks to get it done here. We can just take out the kingpin now. Don't know that that's even the most important thing to do, though. So I'm going to go... well, we can go Fireweaver to set up triggers from the squad, but I want to max my mana. We could be in a spot where next turn we go Fireweaver Sparks or Fireweaver Salvager by going squad now, and we'll go ahead and make the... We'll make the 1/1 so that Welding Sparks has the power to kill a 5 toughness, and we'll say no attacks because we'd just be giving Massipo some life there with that attack. If we get Malice here, we're going to obviously drop the Swamp, no problem. No Malice right now. Reprisal. All right, I like Reprisal on the Kingpin, pinning down the 1 source of blue, attack with everything, and Screecher can trade off for either of our artifact creatures, and that's fine by me. Oh wait, yeah, sorry, I was thinking of a different spell. So now, woo! I'm glad that it was only lucky that this required 2 targets. If this were a 1-target spell, I would have misplayed it, whatever it was, because in my head that was Revolution. I was playing Chandra's Revolution in my head. Yikes! Instead, what are we gonna do? I still like the play of killing the Kingpin. I'm just gonna do it with the Welding Sparks. And no need to play the Fireweaver now, though. Just gonna Welding Sparks the Kingpin and go. If we get implemented, I'm going to ditch the Salvager and keep the Reprisal. Even though, well, we don't have targets for the Reprisal right now, and the Salvager might actually do more, but I think we want the Reprisal. What do you think? I'm going to keep the Reprisal. I might regret this, though. Again, this is a swingy card. 2 for 1 or sitting in your hand uncastable, right? But... yeah, and for that, Jim just wants the consistent, known, not amazing, but hey, we're going to cast it and it's going to do the thing. This isn't particularly fair, but maybe it's going to be fair enough if if Massipo can't find a crew. Because removal is that powerful, Jim. Just because the ability to remove a 2 toughness thing out of the way in the future could be mission critical. And even like taking out a crewer, you know? Yeah. It was hard enough beating the 1 Harvester. I gotta beat another Harvester serial. Gonna make some whirls soon enough. but I just didn't believe that was going to last. I mean, Jim, if you're only thinking about what's happening right now, if I'm just going to play to the board as it is in this moment, then yeah, you're right. We should play the creature. But if you look ahead and say what is likely to happen for the rest of this game, what's likely to happen is that the Salvager doesn't do much. Oppo plays a creature, and suddenly we're in a much tougher spot. And especially since Reprisal does go to the face, and we're kind of ahead in the damage race, I do like that that Massipo is on a virtual 7 right now, soon to be a virtual 5. And now with Reprisal and Whirlermaker, we just need to avoid lifelink from the Harvester. If Massipo doesn't come up with a creature, yeah, has to do that or just straight loses, but may just lose anyway. Yeah, I mean, we're both, like, I don't want to get results-oriented, Jim. I'm telling you, the prospects of the future turns made me want to have the Reprisal over the 2/2. Whether the cards end up drawing in a way that supports my decision or not is less relevant to me to puzzling out why we would do one or the other. Essence Extraction could produce a win, but I'm going to make him have it. He would use it. Massipo would have used Essence Extraction on a Fireweaver already. And I'm going to use it on mine now, too. Actually, we'll go face. Face. A little damage for each of us. It's even. How can you complain? I did the same amount to each of us.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Oh, I almost did it again. I just can't help it. It's just what my mind wants to do. Because what I mostly do during the week. Pac-Man. Oh, it looks like... All right. Everybody go restart. It's restart. Everybody playing. We are now restarting our clients. Wow, I can't even... Come on, Arena, at least close. Yeah, it's hard to know, Jim. We both had our reasons, and I am always open to the idea that I have made the less optimal play, but Magic's hard. I cannot believe we've beaten Harvester twice. We got very lucky that Massipo didn't find any... had some empty ships. Jinx, do you have 17 lands going? If anybody doesn't, you should. It's pretty cool. I would like you... I'm going to give you some homework, Jinx, and anybody else who thinks vehicles are crappy. I want you to go look at the win rate in deck of that Harvester that you think is so terrible. Let's... I haven't even looked. But if you want to make a bet, I will bet you that the Ether Harvester is way up there on win rate. Yeah, I like what Jim said, because I want to acknowledge what Jinx is saying, the truth of it, which is that vehicles are very persnickety, and I don't necessarily love the design because of it. They are, especially those high crew vehicles. Ugh, it's so bad to sit there with a vehicle on the battlefield you can't crew. But crew one, the Harvester is an exception. I think the Harvester is a bomb vehicle. Like, I played Heart of Kirin 2 in one of my decks, and it was just very medium. Very, very medium. Heart of Kirin, very tough to crew, and extremely medium. But Aethersphere Harvester, I truly believe, is one of the top picks in the format. All right, Pac-Man is ready too. Let's go. Yeah, Express is another go on math, and note, like, both of them are crew one, right? The only vehicles that I think are like, all right, this is great, are the ones that are crew one. Good luck, Pac-Man. We do not have the sweet Scry this time. We do have Skiff on 2, but every other one of our cards is red. We got 3 Swamps. How greedy are we? If we were on the draw, I would be inclined to keep this. But we do have, let's see, we have 2 draws to find a mountain, because we play land 1, we draw, we play land 2, we draw, we play land... Yeah. I think with 2 draws, this is not reliable enough. I'm going to mulligan. If we were on the draw, though, I would keep, because we would have 3 draws, and to me that's a huge difference. Hey, look, do you remember that we drafted Noxious Gearhulk? I kind of forgot. We're going to keep this one, and I think we have to let the Whirler Maker go. We gotta count on drawing a mountain, and I'm not gonna let go my bomb. I mean, we could maybe it's the grown-up thing to do is cut the Gearhulk, because like Whirler Maker, if we got stuck on 4, would actually do something, and Gearhulk wouldn't. But this is the best card in our deck. Do we have shuffling? Do we have shuffling? I don't think we have shuffle effects either. Didn't get that map. Yeah, maybe we cut the Brawler, as Whirler Maker is at least something to do on 3 if we get nothing but swamps. I think I can't throw the Whirler Maker because it represents action if we miss. So then we're on Gearhulk or Brawler. Wow. I hear you, Math, right? Like, Whirler Maker, quote, too slow, but Whirler Maker does stuff if we don't get to 6. But we have to get to... I kind of think Gearhulk is correct. It's so hard to do, but I'm going to put back the Gearhulk. Ouch. No, I really hate going to 5, and that had enough going on. I mean, we're 1 land away from doing stuff, like I think being 1 land away from at least Whirler Makering made that a keep for me. Need a mountain here, though. Come on, deck. All right, well, here's the... At least, you know, if we ditch the Whirler Maker, we're doing literal nothing right now, so I'm happy to be doing this at least. Yeah, I'll trade off here. Hodge looking for a timeout. Well, here you go. Like, well, if we only up with 4 swamps, at least Whirler Maker does something. I'm not going to chump right now. We're just going to take the damage and make a token end of turn. Charger is like, we will machine gun your tokens. But I'm still going to make it. What else are we doing? And Implement of Malice. We need to draw anyway, so let's do that. Oh, I'm losing very badly. Very badly. That's good, though. So you're saying there's a chance. You can go Fireweaver, but we can also just get Brawler going. Let's do that. Dead, but still only mostly, but we're on the verge of it being final.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
Can't Sparks the Ballista because it killed our ability to... Yeah, I did that math too, but we are now short on killing the Ballista. Well, we can kill the Ballista because we got the Scrounger, but the Scrounger doesn't block, so we're just still dead is the problem. We mulliganed and got run over. Not even particularly close here. Trying to make sure we don't have something to do to just stay alive, though. We can probably stay alive with Weaver. We can't even do that, right? Yeah, no, there's no winning. But yeah, I'm actually happy with my decisions. You know, it was really tough to be an adult and let go of the 6-drop. And I don't want to be results oriented. That the thing that did happen to make the Whirler Maker the better choice occurred. But at least I thought it through and was like, well, Gear Hulk is a long way off. Let's take something we could actually play. But you may be able to argue, look, if you end up in a spot where your whole game plan is Whirler Maker on 3 and then make tokens, you're dead anyway. So maybe it was kind of a moot point in that if we do end up in this spot, we are so far behind that we're probably not winning anyway. That's going to be it though, gang. I'm scooping it up. We got nothing here. Oh, here, let me actually give you a dead meme. How about...
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
I like that. I especially like that for ones where we fail to cash. But that was from Hat, by the way, for those of you who haven't seen that one. Good game, Pac-Man. Well, it was a game. If you didn't blink, it was a game. All right, math. No 7-0 for me, but I still want that 4th win. Big chat comeback still possible. Well, yeah, mulligan and missed. Mulligan and color screwed and land screwed. It was a classic Magic quasi non-game. But we had some decisions. There were some, you know, if you'd rolled a little slower, We could have maybe found our feet. Well, this Hope was it's the only time I've ever even considered really playing this card. But we have 3 Sweatworks Brawlers, so this is exactly the reason why we are playing it. I don't think so. The sack effect is really a constructed thing. Interestingly, though, we're not going to even use the Hope here if it lives, because we can play Construct or Puzzle Knot. I think I go Puzzle Knot, and then the 1/1 threatens the... Oh, no, it doesn't threaten the Infiltrator. It can't block the Infiltrator. So, in any case, though, I think... well, I'll attack, and then... Puzzle Knot taps the Brawler and casts it for no cost to creature attacking, but this creates a better creature. Still, we'll go with Puzzle Knot right now. Yeah, the only time you would do it is if you had a, all right, they're at 3, and we have the 2 damage to face, but they have a bunch of open mana and blue. Let's attack with the Hope, sack the Hope to make sure that this thing will finish them off. So to guarantee lethal, yes, that's when you sack it. But if you're not guaranteeing lethal, I don't like sacking that. I don't think you'll ever sack it. Let's brawl. You want Skiff first? Why? I like getting the Brawler going. I don't know. This also uses our mana efficiently. Next turn we can Skiff Construct or Squad, depending. Oh, really? So I go... Oh, yeah, that's true. I could have done both. That's fair. Yeah. Sometimes I think of Brawler as at maximum being discounted by 1. I think that's what my brain did right there. So now, Skiff Construct seems correct. So that we can have a Skiff to threaten the Pioneer. I didn't want to Spring Brawler because I don't want to trade for these 2. Yeah, give me that. All right, so it's like, but it doesn't, I understand, which is great. It shows that math is really concerned about clearing the air out and making sure that the Skiff is not part of the air attack. But that means we get to extract the Pioneer and hopefully clear more attacks for Hope. Also happy to gain some life off of this. We are in a real race here. Are going to play the land. It doesn't do much, but we don't have anything else to do with it. It's not a waste of an arrest, but we know how Jinx feels about vehicles. Now... Definitely Hope. Definitely... No, not... I was thinking... but again, if we offer the Brawler, it's for one of these. I think we just are in the air right now. Because all of their game is on the ground. Eventually, maybe the Infiltrator is one of the tougher cards we're facing right now. But I still think this is the correct... the only attack. But we are closing in on needing to just like trade Brawler off for Infiltrator. Like we could do trade, and then have Malphus squad. Well, because we're attacking in the air. I don't know, like, because we have ways to go wide. I don't know, like, I didn't have a good reason that we just wanted to trade this for these two. Why is that good for us? Well, that's a good point. This does suggest there's something up here. But I still think we have to call the bluff. Or call the card. The other thing we could do if you don't believe this is this. But it doesn't, it must is an overstatement. I don't think that's true. We can take another 3. We're at 11. I don't think it makes sense without a combat trick. But What are you up to, math? There is the +1, +3 that I know we passed. +1, +3 would even turn this into a win. That's what it smells like. That's what it smells like to me. So do we want to trade Brawler for the combat trick and then have this board left after? I think I'm actually going to go... I'm going to assume the trick. Yeah, Built to Last... Built to Last is not going to give either of these indestructible, though, right? If it's Pyrohelix, that's fine, too. So I am going to assume something here, though, and do this. I'm deciding. Math is a smart cookie. Squad and split it up. Right? If we made a 4-2, how is that better? It's just not. We're going to make a 1-1. Are we racing enough to send the servo? If we get a full crackback, what are we doing? Full crackback... Nah, I'm not going to send the servo because these represent a double block on the artisan that I like. And if they send everything, we get the single blocks on the token and Cobra. And we don't have card draw. So I'm going to hold the swamp. Yeah, it's been very medium Hajj, but it does... our deck is doing enough with artifacts that it's not the worst, but you're not wrong that it's like a little bit whatever. I'm going to offer the double block here. It was definitely one of the last inclusions, and we could look at something else potentially. Oh, not a great draw. Trading 4 for 4 is not advantageous to us, but we also don't have good blocks. So, like, if we kept these back to block, what's the plan? Are we trying to put Hope on Cobra to save 2? We're definitely attacking with the squad. The question is, do we want Hope back for the Cobra? And since they're going to crack this and make another one, I think we need Hope back for the Cobra. Tight one. May come down to top decks here. How about a Gear Hulk? I'd like to cast my Gear Hulk before I am done with the day. Or another mountain. That's cool too. I mean, they're very pretty mountains. Let's brawl. I don't know if we're even flooding. Like, if we look at our numbers overall, oh, unfortunately, Untapped is not seeing this deck, but like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's half of our lands, and we've got... So, like, we're 4 cards ahead of being at half our mana. I was like, what's going on? Where did this come from? I looked away for a second. Yeah, let's crew. I was very distracted. All right, help off the top, please, deck. Okay, that represents help because it crews the skiff. And maybe Math won't read it and won't notice that icon that says it can't block. Don't read. Doesn't matter anyway. The real thing is the skiff. All right, still need more action. Action! That qualifies. I try to encourage not reading in my viewers so that when they play me on Fridays, I have an advantage. Yeah, maybe so. Let's think about it this time. Fireweaver, where you been, buddy? Fireweaver now sets up... Yeah, I think that would have been correct. I'm also just worried about our life total, but here we're gonna crew off Fireweaver. And we have at least 1, 2... Yeah, we have plenty to recur with, so I like it. I'm gonna put... Ah, that was a mistake. I'm just clicking willy-nilly here. Sorry, gang. I'm not gonna send the Weldfast Engineer, though. I don't want to... Well, though, would we accept this 2-for-1? I say no. We want to leave it back. It's too powerful here, but I definitely should have put the power up there. I'm just kind of clicking madly, and that was a bad click. It does kind of scream block me, but it's not what I wanted to scream. I wanted to scream take 4. Lola, thank you, Luca. Welcome. Hope y'all are doing well. We're trying to pick up another win against chat here. Welcome, Lola peeps. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ryan Spain. I co-created the Limited Resources podcast with Marshall Sutcliffe in 2009. Left that in 2011 to work at Wizards of the Coast for 7 years, and then left Wizards, and here I am. Furious indeed. All right, this is where it's a pretty good card. Do we go to face? Nah, we just take out the servo. Yeah.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Lola viewers, when I battle chat every Friday. Every Friday I take on chat in a best of one gauntlet. We draft on MTGA draft and then battle out a round robin best of one. And if chat manages to 7-0 me, they get to choose my next haircut. So when I win in the gauntlet, we play a little hair celebration meme. I have won the week, though, chat. Good game, math. And now let's see if I can get the rub-ins to boot. Next up, we have... drumroll. Dominate. I have a black Gear Hulk in this deck. I have had it in hand once. No, I've had it in hand twice. Once, I never had the mana to cast it, and the other time I had to mulligan it, right? Or we never needed to... Anyway, Gear Hulk, but we never see the Gear Hulk. This is it, though. This is where the Gear Hulk is going to win us the game. I can feel it. That looks good, though. Oh, yeah. Engineer, Scrounger and Engineer is sicko. Do we want Scrounger into Brawler into Engineer, though? That might even be better. Well, yeah, especially since we don't have an attack here. Although we do have a... We can Sparks the Foul. We can do that later, though. I think you were right, Jinx. Well, we could do it now and force the action on the foul, too. Like, if we do the Engineer, we attack for 5, and if they go to 15 or trade off, and we can get this back later. Yeah, let's do that. What you gonna do, Dominate? You wanna block this creature that I can get back pretty easily? The answer is yes. All right, we'll take it. Also, we noted that green was really underdrafted, and incredible green cards were going by. And have we seen other green? I guess we've seen some green. I've lost track of the number of colors of decks we've seen, but I get very nervous seeing Forest because somebody got the hookup, and it looks like it was maybe Nate. Yeah, we can Sparks the Druid, especially since this is going to get nuts with the extra mana. And we can't get the Scrounger back anyway, so yeah, let's do this. Anybody playing this in a deck without the ability to produce green? I don't think 3 mana to scry 1 is worth it, but in a super long game, it would eventually get you that value. All right. Engineer going in. I think I like Malfist Squad so we can make another token to get benefit from the Engineer, and we can get a Menace 3 power that's also decent. Weaving. If we weave, let's see. If we could cast the Brawler, I would like the weave plan, but we can't. I'm gonna go Squad. I don't think Weaver is correct. Why do we want to spend we got? Well, can we get this back? We can't. If we had a creature to get the Scrounger back with, I'd be down for doing that. But it doesn't feel right to use 2 of our 4 mana on this turn. So I am going to go with Squad. If we draw a Swamp, we can Essence Extraction Weaver, so we do have a 2-turn potential next turn. Dominate doing some scary stuff in terms of setting up a long game. I'm really feeling the pressure to end this. If Dominate comes up with the removal here, that's tough. Yeah, it is tough. Found our swamp, though. That doesn't suck. This can attack with impunity anyway. Scrounger can eat this and come back. What about... could also go Scrounger Brawler. We can start with a menace attack, though, right? I'm thinking about shooting the bird, but they have enough mana now that the benefit of that seems pretty low compared to taking out a real, like a blocker. Something that's going to cause us more trouble. And what about Weaver Brawler here? I like Weaver Brawler. And then we can scrap and Scrounger next turn. Or we could go Weaver. We're just going to start with Weaver. Weaver. We could go Scrounger if you want. But I like getting this out, you know. Yeah, Scourger is instant, so we can do that later. And so is Essence Extraction. We can keep both of these up. That's interesting. But yeah, Brawler is a much stronger creature. I'm going to do my Instinct, which is the Brawler. Oh, that's true. Yeah, we need a third black to get Scrounger and Essence Extraction on the same turn. Bolting Birds only goes so far against Dominate, who's got nothing but birds. Reprisal looks interesting now. With Essence Extraction and a couple of menace creatures, I like sending in the 2-3 powers and then deciding if we want to Essence Extract and then decide what to do after that. Really, it's about if they double block the Brawler, then we can get a blowout, and it looks like we get that. All right, I love it. Or we're going to try. They have mana open, so this is not guaranteed, but hopefully. Solid. Scry to the top, though. So Dominate has something, or they wouldn't have kept it on top. Well, I'm glad it's not a 6/6. Maybe we can draw Chandra's Revolution and take it out. No luck there. I could Malice to get a point of damage in. Reprisal after menace attacks is interesting. They can only block, like, we get one of these through no matter what, right? So they're virtual 5. Reprisal says virtual 3. Malice says virtual 2. Scrounger says virtual 1. So they're almost at 1. They're basically at 1 here. And I'm gonna, and to that end, maybe we send everything but Fireweaver. We send the Servo 2. And if, although we're getting in, that's just kind of a free eat. And if it gets eaten by a 3 toughness, then the Reprisal turns into removal. So I'm gonna do that. And leave the Weaver back. And then see what we want to do. So 3-3, we want the cavalry blocked so that we oh great, we're gonna get, this is fine, this is good. All right, now Nate's putting stuff on the bottom. That's good for us to see too. Bottom, bottom. Woo! Speaking of birds. All right, I promised.
Maverick, your ego is writing checks your body can't cash.
Oops, wait.
I do my hair talk.
Don't play that meme yet. That's early GGs, Ryan. No early GGs. Hey, we got another swamp. I know that's actually useful for us. So now we can go implement. Etherborn and Scrounge. We're going to say no attacks this turn and try to set maybe some big attacks next turn. We get to crack the Malice and find a card. Really, we just want to fire weave our way to victory, find 3 more artifacts and drop them into play. That's true. I could have waited on the Scrounger, and that would have saved the malfunction play. Somehow in my head, this is a sorcery thing. Geez, another one, huh? Fine.
Maverick, your ego is writing checks your body can't cash.
Malfunction is? I thought I looked. I don't think it is. Yeah, it's not. You're thinking there's a lot of these that are, but this one isn't. Target player discards a card. Got to make sure it's like target player draws a card, right? No attacks. We are hanging on, finding some of our value. But this is where Bestiary is just killing us. We are not in a position to win when Dominate gets to scry every turn, and we don't. Scrapper Champ, we get some energy. We do have two 3-power Duders. If we send in, it's a must block on at least one of them. And then, but that's going to be a 1-for-1 with a Thopterist or a Druid. I'm going to do it because we are, like, I'm trying to force any damage I can get through here at this point. Especially with the puzzle knot gonna get him more life, like... But Weaver is not a forced block. And Weaver is our win condition. And if we had sent in all of these, if I'm Oppo, I take a 3, I double block one of the 3s, and then I double block the Weaver and kill it. So a couple of 1-for-1s, but I feel like we're better off if the board is light. I don't know. Maybe that didn't matter one way or the other. Thrino. Yikes. Only 12 energy. We got this. That doesn't hurt. But we're going to send Champ first and see what they want to do about it. It is a must block. But again, the Fire Weaver isn't, so I'm not going to send it. I didn't see if Nate scryed or not. If it was scryed at the top, then... Maybe I got to be careful. Yeah, all right. Scry to the top is pretty scary against what's going on here, I got to tell you. But 2 Fire Weavers could get us there. Now we like that that little servo maker, the white knot. You would at least get us 4 damage. It might be enough to win from there. Still have 3 life waiting on the puzzle knot, though. That's the tough thing. Oh, that's ugly. Yeah, and we're drawing lands. Bestiary winning Nate this game. It looks like it's a kind of an interesting, close game, but we've been actually blown out by Bestiary. Send Champ, and it's going to trade with the Tiger. Tiger trampling. There's rumors that there's a Gear Hulk in our deck, but it's not something that's been proven. So with the Etherborn can chump the Tiger. So I'm going to send the Champ. I mean, I know there's trample, so we're going to take some damage, but the Etherborn can effectively limit the Tiger to 3 damage. So hoping to make Nate... I mean, they just throw the turtle in front, right? That's what I would expect. Just slipping away from us. All right, they want to take the Tiger there. I'll take that trade. We're at the end of our possibilities here. We passed that Hornet that would be nice, or would have been nice. We had a +1/+1 counter and could have wiped out the Flyers oppressing us. So I don't know how we win now. I guess it's got to be Gear Hulk into the puzzle knot. Gear Hulk into Puzzle Knot might give us a chance. Possibly. I forget what we took over it, but I'm generally not in a habit of hate drafting unless it's, you know, super important. So funny, deck. So funny. Now we're dead. Look at that. All right. Crawling towards respectability.
He's dead, sir.
That man's dead back there.
Must be dead. He was worse than dead. His brain is gone.
I love getting to 5 wins, though. I always say 5-2 just sounds so much more dominating than 4-3. Sounds more than it is apart. But our final opponent is DTS. DT7, I said DTS, but DT76. First time opponent here, DT, welcome to the Gauntlet. May I pound your face in? You know, digitally with magic cards and stuff. Good game, Dominate. That bestiary won you that one. Some of us had to live off the top of our frickin' libraries. We had a chance to hate it. I can't remember what we took over it, but that hurt. Also hurts to not have any red yet, but look at this, what we've got going here. We got Hope into Aetherborn into Construct if we don't find red naturally to start the Hope going with the Engineer. So this is a sneep despite the lack of red. Rock Bobster, my awesome mods will hook you up with the info there, but basically you join our Discord and things flow from there. I could go Gifted Aetherborn, and obviously this does the more work, right? A 2/3 Death Touch lifelink, way better than a 2/2 generic. But we have no third land yet, and I don't want to resign myself to playing Construct on 3 if we can find a mountain. So I'm going to go Construct now, looking for a mountain. Our Gear Hulk has shown up again. Once again, we were very strapped on mana. I do not think Hope of Gearper is a good card in Limited, but it is okay in this deck because of the 3 Sweatworks Brawlers that we're trying to get going on turn 3, and the 2 Weldfast Engineers that start making it into a 3/1 flyer right quick. I don't know. I don't know all the combat tricks and whatnot in the set, but I'm not going to not attack with these. We're going to do that and drop the Gifted Aetherborn and hope we find ourselves some land before too long. Ideally, a mountain, of course. Hope to see you across the way on the Gauntlet battlefield sometime coming up there, Rock Bobster. Get on it! Mountain, come on, one time, deck. Yeah! All right, we got our one time. Hold on a second, I want to reset the one time. And it's reset. All right, we now have a one time again. Just gonna go straight in the air here. Jinx likes pump construct swing team. Yeah. Maybe I should be more aggro here. There was, like, so Jinx was suggesting the line I thought about. I should have spoken it out loud, really, but we could totally go for the pumping the construct instead, but I was liking just getting the 3 undisturbed in the air. You know, I just felt like we were going to win faster just clocking in the air. So again, we're in a spot where we could Fire Weaver ahead of squatting, but I don't want to do that. I'm just going to, now I'm going to send the Etherborn if DT wants to trade off for our 2-drop, we're going to do that. And then, well, let me start with that attack even at least, and because it may affect what we do with the squad. So, given that, unlikely that something is going to come down to be able to double block this. They could double spell, I suppose. If they kill this, we would want the token around, of course, but the token's then not going to do much. So yeah, let's go the tall. Land, Gear Hulk, win the game. How about that? I want to cast this Gear Hulk. This is our pack 2, pick 1. We were heavy red and probably black, and then we're like, okay, we're black. DT in the tank, what are they going to come up with here? A Pioneer. Has to go wide to be able to block the squad, right? There's land number 1 for the Hulk. And we're going to swing away. Yep, we were talking about when, if ever, you would use the sacrifice ability on Hope, and we kind of concluded that really it's only if it protects a game-winning spell. If I'm about to cast something for lethal, then of course I would sack Hope to make sure it resolves. But against red-white, I don't even... Yeah, it's not really necessary against red-white. Land me on the top, please! All right, all right, all right. I see, I see. It's okay. It's okay. We're still gonna get there. We're still gonna get there. It just means an extra point of damage when we do cast it. I don't know what you mean. So you attack and connect. And then before you put your spell on the stack, you sacrifice this, and then it says, now cast your spell, and they can't do anything about it. Hey, look at this! Hey! Hey, everybody! What do I kill? Mastodon, right? Mastodon, send Fire Weavers, heck, send every... No, send... Yeah, I gotta kill Mastodon because it, You gotta kill a Lifelinker. That's, well... This has Menace. Keep that in mind. I'm gonna go for the Mastodon. We also have damage-based removal that can get the responder that can't get the Mastodon. And yeah, swinging is not worth it. If we swang, past tense of swing, swang. If we swang with 2 Fireweavers, one would get blocked and we deal 1, but then they'd gain 2. So it's actually net negative for us unless we attack with everything. Which you can make an argument. Let's see. Then we're just getting in for 3, and they gain 2. That's not worth it either. Yeah, Puzzle Knot would be fine. Any artifact would be something for the Fire Weavers. Really just want removal, though. And now DT is completely reloaded. So come on, top deck! You may be right, Haj, but I got lucky. Look, we got our... This is what I was hoping for, and this is why I made that choice, is that we have several cards that do this. So we did get lucky and find it, but it was the plan. That's a good point. Would have killed the elephant too. But we're going to do this. And now you can have the Fireweaver if you want a double block. One thing that's different, though, Haj, is if we kill the lifelinker, we are on pause, waiting to find the response. But I feel like by killing the elephant, we at least had attacks that were pushing the game in our direction. But I guess maybe the vigilance was the difference, Haj, right? Like if the aerial responder doesn't have vigilance, we can do a pretty good racing job, but the vigilance was really turning off our ability to race. So maybe Haj is right. Look at this mismatched land. What's that about? What's this mismatched planes? Mismatched lands. Just trying to tilt me. Let's see. What have we got here? We skiff and win, right? Right on. All right.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Yeah, could have survived bouncing the Thopter's arrest, but I think we were going to get it from there, but we got lucky and found the second piece of removal to respond to the lifelink situation that we put ourselves in. Never didn't, Haj, never didn't. Let's hop here. All right, gang. Good games. Always so fun to play against viewers and have a little back and forth and establish some grudge matches and have our ongoing tally of wins and losses. Good games, everybody. I don't know if we have DT back yet, but good game, DT. There he is. There they are. You know me, I've been working my whole last couple decades trying to eliminate the language implants that society has given me, but I'm doing it for the most part. You know I'm doing it for the most part. I don't have a record of. I started doing that. Mama picked it up. I don't know. Then she. I don't know. Mama, did you keep it going? Like I petered out on trying to track each individual matchup on the. I'm having a hard enough time tracking my personal results, much less the individual Gauntlet Day results. But all of them are up on YouTube. Anybody can comb through. If you get that into shape, we can maybe put it up as I can do a shared Google Doc, and then we can get all the mods helping. What we should do is get a Google Doc going, and then then we can have people who are watching keep it up while we're playing, and then it'll at least we'll stay up to date. But always fun. Thank you for hanging out, YouTube friends. Hope we're gonna get some other content up this weekend too. So keep an eye out for that, and we'll catch you next week for more drafts. Bye, YouTube.